For as long as anyone can remember, jumping rope has been a part of our popular culture. Whether young or old, rich or poor, all of us at one time or another have grabbed those two handles and bounded gleefully through a rope. And whether your goals are as lofty as becoming a world champion or as modest as just staying fit and feeling like a kid again, boy, have we got a workout for you. And its name is freestyle jump roping.
Virtually every sport and every athletic endeavor that you can think of has been the beneficiary of remarkable evolution and astonishing technical innovations. We see the evidence every day as once hallowed records fall by the wayside. We're now living in the age of the 500-foot home run, the 140-mile-an-hour serve, and the 350-yard drive.
And with the introduction of freestyle jump roping, a new revolution in fitness has arrived.
Hi, my name is Luis Garcia, and I'm here to introduce you to a revolutionary and exciting new sport called freestyle jump roping. A sport that's been an important part of my life for the last 20 years, both as a performer and as a private trainer. After years of working with thousands of beginning jump ropers, I've developed my own unique teaching method, which introduces people to the sport of jumping rope in a way that makes it both easy and enjoyable. Most fitness experts would agree that jumping rope is one of the best exercises that any athlete, from the beginner to the professional, could incorporate into the workout. It seems to many people that jump ropes have become synonymous with boxers. Now, why do you think that is? Let's examine it. What are some of the skills a boxer needs to be successful? Speed and agility, eye-hand and foot coordination, incredible conditioning and stamina, and most importantly, before any boxer steps through the ropes and into that ring, he has to shed enough pounds to satisfy the requirements of his weight division.
Or her weight division?
Yes, of course, or her weight division. It's what's known as making weight. Freestyle jump roping can help you improve in all those areas and many more as well. Our specially designed workouts will help you reduce your body fat, burn up to 1,000 calories an hour, and enhance your muscular tone and development in both your lower and your upper body. And that is why we say freestyle jump roping is the ultimate workout.
Hi, I'm Kelly Packard, and I'm really excited to be here and have the opportunity to introduce all of you to the freestyle jump roping program. Having spent more than a few hot summer days on Baywatch patrolling Southern California's beaches in that now infamous red one-piece.
I remember that.
I was always looking for a workout that keeps you in great shape, both inside and out. And now with freestyle jump roping, I can stop looking. In only 20 minutes, 3 or 4 days a week, not only will you get in incredible shape, but if improving your athletic skills is your goal, you'll also become the very best athlete you can be. And remember, if an exercise program is fun, especially as fun as freestyle jump roping, there's a much better chance that you'll stick with it and achieve all your fitness goals.
Hi, my name's Eric Neese, and those of you who remember me from MTV's The Real World and The Grind might remember that I had to spend a fair amount of time running around without my shirt on.
I remember.
I knew that was coming. Anyway, that's one of the reasons I started using jumping rope as an essential part of my workout, and it's why I'm really excited to be working with Luis Garcia. Luis has essentially reinvented jumping rope by steering it in a whole new direction, one that's creative, fun, safe, and maybe most importantly, really easy to learn. Even for Kelly.
Hey, I heard that.
Freestyle jump roping will make a great addition to any fitness program. So whether your favorite activity is basketball, football, soccer, dancing, aerobics, tennis, or you just want a great, super fun workout, there's something here for everyone.
What we'll be showing you in this first tape are just a few of the literally hundreds of moves and combinations that can be done in your own personalized freestyle jump roping workout.
And remember, freestyle jump roping can be done basically anywhere, to any type of music, as long as you feel it'll inspire you to move.
And it doesn't matter if you've never held a jump rope in your hands before. With our program, you'll see immediate benefits and have fun from the very first time you try it.
So sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. Oh, and ask yourself this question. Are you ready to make your weight?
Before we get started, I'd just like to point out that the three of us are all at different skill levels. We have Luis, who you might say is advanced,
Just barely.
and Eric, who's at an intermediate skill level, and then there's me.
Baby there.
All right, I can live with that. And even though I've only been jump roping for a few months, my skill level has skyrocketed, and yours will too, because you're going to have the opportunity to learn from the best in the world.
Thanks, Kelly. And the best thing about freestyle jump roping is that it's a skill that will enhance your well-being, your quality of life, and your overall health for years to come. So let's get started. Let's begin by taking a few minutes to make sure that you're using the proper equipment and apparel in order to ensure that your freestyle jump roping workout is safe and that you perform to your maximum potential.
As far as shoes are concerned, we recommend a good pair of cross trainers or aerobic shoes. They should have good padding on the ball of the foot and be designed with lateral movement support.
Next is the selection of a premium quality jump rope, something that's essential to getting a quality workout. First, it's really important that your rope is completely adjustable in length so that you can customize the rope to the exact length that's right for your height. In other words, someone that's as tall as Louis or Eric definitely shouldn't be using the same length rope as someone my size.
You mean pint size?
No, I meant petite.
Sorry.
But seriously, the reason it's important to have the right size rope is that using a rope that's not the right length forces your arms into an improper jumping position. And because your arms aren't in the correct position, you won't be rotating your rope with an energy-efficient motion, something that's essential to jumping with proper form and technique. The bottom line is you'll get tired much faster than necessary by using a rope that's not the right length for your height. So make sure your rope is completely adjustable.
And as your skill level increases and you become a more proficient jumper, you'll probably want to use a shorter length rope than when you first started jumping. So having a rope that's adjustable in length will also let you shorten your rope without having to go out and buy a new one. It will also allow you to share your rope with a taller or shorter friend.
So now, let's show you how to determine the right length rope.
Start by gripping the handles like ski poles. Now put one foot, not two, on the center of the rope and pull up. The rope should come to about the center of your chest and definitely not past your armpits. Again, having a rope that's the right length will allow your arms to be in the correct position to turn the rope smoothly and efficiently. And that's what it's all about, developing an energy-efficient jump so you'll be able to train longer and get an awesome total body workout.
In this next segment, we're going to start by showing you a variety of what we call resting moves. These resting moves are designed to get you started and are an essential building block for all the jumps you'll learn later on in this tape. So even if you're not in the best of shape, or even if you've never held a jump rope in your hands before, this is how you get started.
Begin by gripping each handle as we showed you earlier. Now push the handles together and start to turn the rope in a figure-8 motion to the side of your body. The rope should just be grazing or just missing the ground on each side, and if the rope is slapping the ground, you should adjust the level of your hands. Your elbows are in, right by your torso, not extended away from your body. Try to remain loose and relaxed in your upper body and don't tighten up. Your feet should be about shoulder width apart so you have a good base to work from. Make sure to keep the handles together and don't let them separate because it's much harder to control the rope if the handles come apart. It's turn, 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 or cross, 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 cross. Nice and slowly at first, and then once you get a feel for it, try turning the rope a little faster. Elbows in, stay loose and relaxed, and be sure to keep the handles together. It's cross, 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 or turn, 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 turn.
Now what I want you to do is turn the rope 2 times to each side. It's 2 on one side, 2 on the other, 2 on one side, 2 on the other. Or it's cross, turn, cross, turn, cross, turn, cross, turn. And once you get a feel for this, try speeding it up a little and getting a little more aggressive. Just like with the figure-8, make sure you keep the handles together, stay loose and relaxed. The rope should just be grazing the ground. Keep your elbows in by your torso and not extended away from your body. It's 2 on one side, 2 on the other, 2 on one side, 2 on the other. Now try that on your own.
Now let's try to add a step with the 2 turns to each side, making this what we call a step touch. It is 2 turns to one side and 2 turns to the other side. So it's 2 turns, step. So it's step, touch, step, touch, step, touch, 2 on one side, step, touch, step, touch. Now this one takes a little getting used to because you're using both of your hands and your feet. It's kind of like patting your head and rubbing your stomach at the same time. So just be patient and hang in there and you'll get it. And once you get a feel for it, try speeding it up a little. It is step, touch, 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 step, touch.
Now that you've practiced some of the resting moves, Lewis is going to explain their purpose and why they're so essential.
Absolutely. I'm sure you've noticed that we haven't jumped through the rope yet. You're just turning the rope to the side of your body. Now, we do this for a number of reasons. First, it allows the beginning jump roper to get comfortable with the turning motion of the rope without having to worry about jumping through it. The resting moves are also a safe, easy way to warm up your body with very little impact before you actually start jumping. And while we call them resting moves, another thing they're great for is adding variety, something we'll really get into a little further along the tape. And maybe most importantly, you use them for what's commonly referred to as the recovery phase of your workout.
In other words, by continuing to turn the rope to the side of your body, these resting moves allow you to catch your breath and bring your heart rate down a little until you're rested and want to increase your intensity level by jumping through the rope again. And you're still getting many of the same phenomenal benefits the whole time.
Among fitness professionals, it's what's known as active rest.
And what it means is that you can still get a great workout without jumping through the rope.
Exactly, and that's how we get people just starting out to complete the 1-hour classes we teach at gyms across the country, even people who are taking class for the very first time. Now let's go back to the figure eights we started with. At first we showed you how to do the figure eights with your feet planted firmly on the ground. But now let's try bringing your feet together and starting to bounce while you continue to turn the rope in a figure eight motion. Now this takes a little getting used to, but just be patient and soon it's going to feel really comfortable. It's cross, 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 or think of turn, turn, turn. Go ahead, give it a try. A couple important pointers to keep in mind while you're doing this. First, you're going to try to keep the rope turning at the same speed while you continue to bounce and not let the rope slow down. Something that can really throw off your timing and is a common tendency when first learning this move. It's turn, 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 or think of cross, cross, cross. Also, make sure the handles stay together like we showed you earlier and don't let them separate. And finally, the bouncing figure eight can also be used as a resting move.
It's important to emphasize that as long as you keep bouncing and turning the rope, you're still getting a great workout. Never feel that you need to keep up every step of the way. You can always modify your freestyle jump roping workout and make it a little easier if you want to. So you're in complete control over how hard you want to push yourself.
Finally, I want to point out that we all have our own little style of bouncing, and it's all good. Kelly bounces different than I do, and Eric bounces differently than Kelly.
Doing the figure eight like this is kind of like dancing. We all have our different groove or way that we move naturally, and that's the beauty of it. Your rope is your dance partner, and you're just dancing and grooving with your rope.
Now let's show you one more resting move, the figure eight with one hand. Instead of holding one handle in each hand, we're going to put both handles in one hand and cross the rope in a figure eight motion that we've been practicing. Now with the other hand.
It's just one more way you can rest and bring your heart rate down, get more comfortable with the turning motion of the rope, and add variety without ever jumping. Just like when you're using two hands, you can do the one-handed figure eights with your feet on the ground, or when you're bouncing with your right hand or your left. But like we emphasized before, try not to let the rope slow down when you're turning it. It's turn, 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 or cross, 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 cross.
This is also one a lot of boxers like to use, and it's the first step in learning how to do crosses while you're jumping through the rope, something we're going to show you later on in the tape.
Now let's focus on what we've all been waiting for, how you actually jump through the rope.
Finally.
Let's begin with the foundation of all your jumping, the basic 2-foot jump. Now, it's really important you focus on developing a relaxed, solid 2-foot jump right from the very first workout. So we're going to break it down for you slowly and clearly. Remind yourself to always think about jumping with proper technique.
Start by focusing on the correct position of the arms and how you're turning the rope. Notice how you're using some wrist and some forearm. And a good hint is to try to make small circles or a cranking motion. Again, it's not just wrist, but a combination of both wrist and forearm. In fact, one of the most common errors we see with beginning jumpers is that they'll turn the rope almost exclusively with their wrist and their arms extended way away from their torso. And what happens is their shoulders get pre-exhausted because they're using a lot of excess energy.
Another thing that can cause the arms to extend away from your torso is using a rope that's way too long, so you're forced to compensate for the improper length. While a rope that's sized properly allows the arms to be in the correct turning position. Again, you want to make sure that your elbows stay right by your torso and that your forearms are angled toward the front and not extended way out to your sides. If your arms are in the correct position and you're turning the rope with a balance of wrist and forearm, the result is a relaxed, energy-efficient rotation. We sometimes refer to it as having a smooth stroke, and it's something you really want to focus on.
That's exactly right. And something else you really want to focus on is that you're only jumping a few inches off the ground, just enough room to let the rope pass under our feet. A common mistake for beginning jumpers is that they jump way too high off the ground, which causes them to use a lot of excess energy and land with way too much impact. When you're jumping with proper technique, there's very little impact, much less than in many other aerobic activities and far less than running. It might help you imagine if you're jumping on a glass floor, and if you land too hard, you're going to break the floor. Remind yourself to try to land softly, and that jumping rope is a matter of timing, not how high you jump.
Also, try to keep your shoulders down and relaxed, not up and tight. Your knees remain soft and act like shock absorbers. You're pushing off the balls of your feet and the heels are just tapping the ground. Your hands should stay level with the hips and don't let them raise, or the rope will catch on your feet, something that's quite common when learning any new jump. While your body goes up, your hands should stay down. And one last thing we see with a lot of beginning jumpers is what we call the double hop or the bunny jump. There's nothing inherently wrong with the bunny hop. In fact, it's very gentle on the body, but it might limit your ability to execute a lot of different jumps when you're learning. A quick correction for the bunny hop is to just turn the rope a little faster. It's jump, 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 jump to the beat of the music.
And now that we're talking about music, which happens to be my favorite subject, let's discuss the suggested beats or revolutions per minute when you're jumping. The tempo of the music is important because it helps you to turn the rope and jump at the right speed, guaranteeing that you'll get an awesome cardiovascular workout. For beginning jumpers, that's about 120 to 125 beats a minute, and for more advanced jumpers, it's about 10 beats faster, or 130 to 135 beats per minute. Of course, a lot of people love to jump to music because it helps to motivate them, and time just flies by when a great song is playing. It really helps you to train longer and get that killer workout. So just find a style of music that makes you want to move and get down.
Now, when you're first starting out, it's natural for the music to feel a little fast, and it's perfectly okay to jump slower and turn the rope at whatever speed you're comfortable with. Try not to overdo it or push yourself too hard if you're feeling overly winded. Just keep turning the rope, and in just a few workouts, you'll definitely improve your timing, endurance, and control of the rope. But you want to work towards jumping to the beat of the music right from the start.
In general, you're trying to get to the point where you feel completely in control of the rope, but at the same time, you're really loose and relaxed. And once you've mastered the basic 2-foot jump, you are on your way.
The next thing we'll show you is the figure 8 entrance. The figure 8 entrance is how you transition from turning the rope to the side of your body to jumping through the rope. Start by doing the figure 8 resting move with your feet stationary. Now, when the rope passes in front of your head, separate the handles and jump through the rope into a basic 2-foot jump. Let's show you again, this time without jumping through the rope and paying careful attention to the hands. They stay together until the rope passes over your head, then separate them to create the arc and jump through the rope. If the hands separate too soon, it's a lot harder to enter the rope cleanly. So make sure your hands stay together until the rope passes over your head, nice and slow and smooth. and you want to practice entering from both the right or the left.
Now let's try the bouncing figure eight. This one might take you a few tries, but it's a very important move that you'll definitely pick up with a little practice. Handles stay together until the rope passes in front of your head. Then separate the handles and jump through the rope into a basic 2-foot jump. Again, practice entering from both sides, right or left, and try to keep turning the rope at the same tempo while you continue bouncing. It's turn, 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 and then enter the rope.
It's very important to remember not to let the rope slow down when you're bouncing or entering the rope, a very common mistake for beginners. If you're having trouble with this move, it's possibly because you're allowing the rope to slow down. So really concentrate on turning the rope at the same tempo. Again, we all have our own little style of bouncing, and it's all good.
And to exit the rope, you're essentially doing the opposite. Wait until the rope passes over your head and bring one handle over until it meets the other side of the body. Just like with the figure eight entrance, you can exit on either side, right or left. Practice it a few times using a nice, smooth figure eight exit.
Before we teach you a wide variety of basic jumps that you can master in just a few workouts, we want to introduce you to a teaching technique that I developed called the 3-step breakdown. Now, the 3-step breakdown is a great way to learn a wide variety of different jumps by breaking the jump into separate components. It also lets you modify any jump so you can catch your breath and recover and still continue to get an awesome workout. And you'll make sure you're executing the jump safely and with proper technique.
Start by putting your rope down and trying the basic 2-foot jump without the rope, or just holding onto the handles.
Now let's focus on the position of the arms and the rotation motion. Let your hands drop to the side until your forearms are just about right angles to your torso. Wherever they fall naturally is right about the position they should be in when you're jumping. Again, not out to the sides, but angled forwards. Now start jumping while you continue to mime the turning motion of the rope. Try to focus on the same pointers and use the same technique that we showed you before. Make sure your elbows stay by your torso and not extended out to the side. The turning motion is a combination of both wrist and forearm. You should only be jumping an inch or so off the ground and landing softly with the whole body acting as a human shock absorber. Your shoulders stay down and relaxed, not up and tight. Try to breathe normally.
Now, in step number 1 of the 3-step breakdown, you're still learning the footwork and the timing of the jump without having to worry about missing. You can use step 1 to bring your heart rate down and continue to work at a less intense level. So it's also used as a resting move. And although most rooms have ceilings that are more than 8 feet tall, plenty of room for most people to jump. If your space is really small, you can still do the entire workout without the rope and still get almost the identical benefits. Let me say it again. You get almost the exact same benefits without the rope as you do when you're jumping with the rope.
Here's step 2 of the 3-step breakdown with the exact same jump. What I want you to do is to put both handles in your hand and turn the rope to the side of your body at 12 and 6 o'clock while you continue to do the basic 2-foot jump. Try to make sure the rope doesn't drift to the left or to the right, but stays at 12 and 6 o'clock. This takes a little getting used to, and you might have to adjust the position of your wrist a little to keep the rope turning straight ahead. Step 2 can also be used as a resting move. You're still learning the timing of the jump and getting a great cardiovascular workout without jumping through the rope. And you've also added variety. And now we are ready to try the basic 2-foot jump through the rope.
Now let's focus on a variety of basic jumps that you can learn with just a little practice. Just like with the basic 2-foot jump, you always want to be sure that you're jumping with proper technique. And a lot of the pointers we discussed before are exactly the same for these jumps. And remember, you can always use the 3-step breakdown to learn any of these jumps.
Finally, we hope you'll get a sense of the wide variety of jumps that you can incorporate into your workout even when you're just starting out. And because of the variety, you'll be able to constantly challenge yourself and stay motivated. Just be patient, and in a few workouts, you'll master most of these moves.
The first jump we'll be showing you is the front back, and it's done by doing exactly that, jumping to the front and then to the back. It's fun, easy, and great for improving your core stability. It's front back, front back, front back. Notice how the turning motion of the rope is exactly the same as for the basic 2-foot jump. Elbows by your torso and angled forearms. Turn the rope with some wrist and some forearm in small circles. Only jump a few inches off the ground, just enough room to let the rope pass under your feet. Land softly with very little impact. Shoulders are down and relaxed. You're jumping to the beat of the music and not letting the rope slow down. And you're pushing off the balls of your feet, and your legs are acting as shock absorbers. Nice and safe and controlled.
The slalom is done by jumping from side to side, and it'll do wonders for your balance and lateral movement. It's side, 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 executed with the same proper form. One of the other great things about jumping rope is that you can do it almost anywhere. The gym, your home, a hotel room. Quite often, I'm on the set or traveling all day, and I have to take my rope with me so that I can get a great workout no matter where I am. No wonder it's been called the greatest portable workout in existence. It's also one of the only exercises that kids really love, something that the whole family can do together.
The straddle is done just like a jumping jack, and it's a really fun move that you can learn pretty quickly. The feet separate and then come back together. It's out, in, out, in, out, in. A mistake that some people make when they're first learning the straddle is that their hands will extend out to the sides when their feet are going out. So try to make sure your arms stay in the same position and don't drift away from your body.
The lunge, or scissors, as it's sometimes called, really targets the quadriceps, hamstrings, and glutes, like a mini lunge. It's done by separating your feet and scissoring them. It's scissor, 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 scissor. It's pretty obvious that jumping will shape your lower body, including your quads, hips, and calves. But what you might not know is that the constant turning motion of the rope makes it a phenomenal upper body exercise, too. Your chest, back, shoulders, and arms will get a fantastic workout, and all the while, you're building long, lean muscles, the kind that most people are looking for and can readily achieve through the combination of a sensible diet and regular jumping. And your abs are also getting an awesome workout.
The name Basic Run says it all. You're just running through the rope. It's a run, 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 run. And you're still using all the major muscle groups of the entire body, both upper and lower. Jumping rope is a phenomenal cardiovascular exercise that will help you burn incredible amounts of fat. Some estimates say up to 1,000 calories an hour if you really want to push yourself. It's also one of the best exercises for getting rid of cellulite, developing shapely calves and ankles, and while at the same time helping build stronger bones and minimizing any chance of osteoporosis, something that's especially important to a lot of women out there.
As with a number of jumps we do, the alternate knee up was taken straight out of aerobic class, and you can learn it pretty quickly. It's right knee up, left knee up, right knee up, left knee up. The raising of each leg independently is really great for shaping your hips and rear end.
We call this one the boxer shuffle, and you're just digging your heels in. It's heel, 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 heel. Speaking of boxers, Another great benefit of jumping rope is that it will maximize all your athletic skills. You'll see incredible improvement in your speed and power development as well as your timing and footwork, something that's essential to almost any sport you can think of. Tennis, basketball, baseball, skiing, soccer. That's why so many professional athletes, coaches, and fitness professionals we've worked with have made freestyle jump roping an essential part of their conditioning program and consider it a phenomenal cross-training workout.
The alternating foot is the one you see all the boxers do, and while it might be a little more difficult to learn, it's a really important jump to practice because it's the most energy-efficient jump you can do. In other words, it requires less energy per revolution than any other jump, and when done with proper form, it can even be used as a resting move. What you're doing here is shifting your weight. Take a little hop step from one side to the other, and then back again. Now first I'm going to exaggerate the motion so you can clearly see it. It's hop left, hop right, hop left, hop right, hop left, hop right. Now a little faster. Think of hop left, hop right, hop left, hop right. When you're executing the alternating foot with good technique, it requires so little energy that you should be able to breathe normally and carry on a conversation with someone while you continue to jump. It's just a walk in the park.
If you're having trouble mastering a new jump, practice it for a few minutes each workout and then go on to a different jump. I guarantee you that if you approach it this way, you'll learn most jumps in almost no time at all. Sometimes learning a new jump, the alternating foot for example, is just like riding a bike. It can take you a few tries to learn it, but just be patient and all of a sudden you'll be executing the jump without even thinking about it. This next jump is the one you remember doing on your school playground, the basic cross. Now there's a few important pointers to the basic cross that we want to go over. And because it's the only jump where the hands move in a totally different way, it might take a little longer to learn than some of the other basic jumps. So just be patient and hang in there and you'll have it down before you know it. First, make sure that when your hands are in the cross position, they're extended far past your body as possible to create a nice arc and give yourself more space to jump through. If they don't extend far enough, you won't have enough room to get through the rope. Second, don't let your hands raise up while you're executing the cross, a common tendency when you're just starting out. Also, make sure that they hug your hips and don't let them extend way away from the body. Finally, don't change the speed of your rotation. Keep it nice and relaxed. Try it one at a time at first, and then try putting a few together consecutively. It's cross, 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 nice and relaxed.
While we always teach our students to jump forwards at first, after a few workouts, you might also try to start jumping backwards. Notice how the basic 2-foot jump backwards is done almost the exact same way as it is forward, except now the wrists are rotating in the reverse direction. You're still only jumping an inch or two off the ground and landing softly. Your elbows are in, and you're turning the rope with some wrist and forearm. And while jumping is great for all your major muscle groups, jumping backwards is really killer on the biceps. By jumping backwards, you've also added a whole other element of variety by reversing direction. It might take you a few practice sessions, but it's definitely something you want to work on. Virtually all the resting moves and basic jumps can be done backwards as well, something we focus on in our other videos as your skill level increases. Eventually, you work towards executing every jump 2 ways, both forwards and backwards. Double the jump means double the fun.
Doubles are a more advanced jump, so you might want to consider waiting until your skill level has increased before you give it a try. It's a high-intensity, plyometric move that will do wonders for your speed and power development. Now, what I want you to focus on is how fast your wrists are turning and not how high you jump. Don't bring your knees up. You'll land a lot harder than necessary and use a lot of excess energy. Start out with a nice 2-foot jump, and whenever you're ready, give it a try. One at a time at first, nice and relaxed. Snap your wrists and land softly. It's snap, 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 snap. And once you're comfortable with it, try putting a few together consecutively.
Every person has their own natural and unique way of moving, and one of the most important things we've tried to show you in this presentation, and I can't stress this point enough, is that you get a sense of how to relax and move with the rope. Remember, it's not so much about how many tricks and jumps you can learn, but how you combine and put them together in your own individual and creative style. In the classes I teach, a lot of the time we're in unison doing the same jump at the same time, but part of the time we're just practicing and improvising on our own, and that's the freestyle element that everybody loves.
And because of the huge variety of jumps and resting moves, you'll always be able to challenge yourself and stay motivated by going from one jump to a different jump, in and out of the rope, from fast to slow and slow to fast. I've been working out for practically my whole life and tried hundreds of different workouts, and I've never done a workout that's more fun than this one. Nothing feels quite as powerful as when your body's loose and relaxed, the music's pumped up, the rope's feeling smooth, you're just cruising from move to move, and you're sweating like crazy. There's nothing else like it.
In this final segment of our instructional presentation, we'll combine a wide variety of jumps that you've learned throughout this tape in any order you want. In other words, this is what happens when you put it all together and then let it all hang out. And that's why we call it freestyle jump roping.
Now, I want to say a few things before we get started with this 15-minute introductory workout. First, make sure you hydrate yourself by drinking lots of water before, during, and after your workout. It's natural for the tempo to feel a little fast at first, so don't worry about keeping up every step of the way. Just keep turning the rope or jumping at whatever pace you're comfortable with, and you'll still be burning a ton of calories and get an awesome total body workout right from the start.
Remember that you can always modify the jump and make it easier by using the resting moves. And in just a few short practice sessions, you'll see major improvement. Always remind yourself to turn the rope with the most energy-efficient motion and to land softly. And that jumping with proper technique is what it's all about.
In just a few short practice sessions, you'll see major improvements, so just be patient and hang in there. Make sure you're rope-a-sized properly using the technique that we showed you earlier. And maybe most importantly, get ready to have some serious fun. Are you guys ready?
Yeah. Ready at home? Let's get started. Here we go.
Yeah, let's do this.
All right, let's grab each hand individually. We're going to put them together, and let's start with a figure-8 motion, working at your own pace. Starting out nice and slow. That's it. Nice. You want that rope just grazing or just missing the ground? Shifting the weight a little bit from side to side. Now, if the rope is slapping the ground, you want to adjust the level of your hands. Take it nice and slow, and then as you get more comfortable, you can add a little bit more speed to it.
Yeah, no worries at home. You'll pick this up. It's not hard.
Loosen up that whole body. Nice. And let's try 2 turns to the side when you're ready. Continuing to work at your own pace. That's it, shifting the weight. 2 turns. Cross turn, cross turn, cross turn, cross turn. Good.
How's my baby bear doing over there?
I'm good.
All right. Looking good. Nice. Now let's take it back to figure 8 and then mixing up those turns. Going from a couple turns back to figure 8. Take a few long, slow, deep breaths. Just getting going here.
You know, this is a good time at home if you want to throw in a little flavor, throw in a little hips or something like that.
That's right. 4, 3, 2, 1, and locking it up. Now, if the music feels a little fast, you can always go slower. Turn, turn. Woo. Feet together and up. Hup, hup. Now, we're doing here the alternating jump, shifting the weight from side to side.
Grooving, y'all.
Takes a little while to get used to, but once you do, it's fun.
It's okay if you turn the rope a little slower, but you want to work towards turning it to the beat of the music. That's it. Turn, 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 turn. Beautiful. All right, now when you're ready, let's go to the figure 8 entrance at your own pace. Give me a couple jumps in and then bringing it out. Now when you come out of the rope, you can be flat-footed, or you can continue that bounce. That's it.
Take it really slow at first. It's a lot easier to learn. Open it up over your head.
Practice entering from both sides, your right or your left.
And if this is hard for you to do at home, just slow down a little bit and slowly come to the rope.
Good. Now let's mix up those turns. Turn, turn.
Nice and easy.
Getting ready to lock it up in 4, in 3, in 2, and 1, and turn, turn. That's it. Good. Feet together, bringing it up on the balls of those feet. Getting ready to get in 4, in 3, in 2, and 1, and jump, jump. That's it.
Yeah.
Nice.
Woo!
A basic 2-foot jump, only jumping an inch or so off the ground, keeping those elbows in, rotating from the forearm and wrist.
Try to
Breathing
jump
remains
soft.
even and relaxed.
Man, such a good feeling when you go into the rope smooth.
Yeah.
I love that. It's like butter.
That's it. All right. Once again, work that figure 8 entrance at your own pace. Couple jumps in and out.
Woo!
That's it. Don't worry if you miss at home, guys. It's okay to miss. Just get back into it when you're ready. We all miss at one time or another.
You just pick yourself up and you do it again.
Great. All right, mixing up those turns. Beautiful. All right, let's go ahead and get that rope. Put it in front of us. We're going to take a few minutes here. Stop and stretch it out. Feet past shoulder width. Inhaling up. Let's go. 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale up. Again. One more time. Inhaling up. Nice. All right, hands on your hip, on your thigh here. Take it to the side and leaning into it.
Remember, guys, at home,
Lengthen.
stretching is just as important as the workout, so make sure you get a good stretch.
That's right. Reaching for the sky, then come to the center, other side. Very good. All right, bring it over to this side. Support the weight on your thigh. Focus on that back leg, leaning forward, taking that pressure off your lower back.
Yeah, great for your hamstrings, your quads, your calves, your glutes. Great lower body stretch.
Nice. All right, bring in that back leg. Put the weight on the back leg. Hamstring and calf stretch.
You're feeling a pretty good burn in your calf right now, the right calf.
Good. Rolling it up, bring it through center. Same thing other start, starting up high. Leaning forward. Holding that stretch. That's it. Nice. All right, bring in that back leg. Weight on the back leg. Opposite hamstring and calf stretch.
Now, if you guys can't go too deep into these stretches, don't worry about it, because in time, you'll get deeper and deeper, and that's the whole idea about stretching. You want to try to do it every day. The more you do it, the farther you'll be able to go.
All right, rolling it up, bringing it to center, shaking it out. We're going to come up to the balls of the feet to our heels. Hands on your hips, feet together. Go 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it up and back. Work all the way through here. Bring it up and back, up and back. Give me 4, 3, 2. Last one. Bring it up and back. Good stuff. All right, shaking that out. Beautiful. All right, guys, let's grab our ropes. Here we go.
Yeah, let's do this.
All right. Right where we started from. Mixing up those rope turns.
Let's get our sweat on.
All right. Taking a few good, long, slow, deep breaths. 4, 3. Let's lock it up and turn, turn. First move's going to be a front to back. Turn, turn. Feet together and up. That's it. Get ready to get in. 4, 3. Let's bring it into the rope and jump, jump. Nice. Front to back. In 4, in 3, in 2, and 1, and front, back, front, back. That's it. Front, back to center, jump. 4, 3, back to figure 8. Turn, turn. Nice.
Woo!
Turn, turn. And mixing up those turns. Nice.
Now remember, you can always just do the turns and get a great workout. Or if you want to bring your heart rate back
Locking
down,
it up in 4,
do the turns.
in 3, in 2, and 1, and side, side.
Ooh.
Side, side. Feet together and up. Get ready to get in. In 4, in 3, in 2, and 1, and jump, jump.
Yeah.
Next move is straddle. In
It's
4,
like butter.
in 3, in 2, and 1, and out, in, out, in.
now if you're first learning, you can always
Out,
hold on to
in,
the rope
out, in.
and do the move.
Out, in.
This is how I
Back
had to learn.
2-foot jump. 4, 3, back to figure 8. Turn, turn, and mix up those rope turns. Looking good.
Man, those straddles are great for your quads, your hamstrings, your glutes, your calves.
Great for everything. Locking it up.
The lower body.
In 4, in 3, in 2, and 1, and turn, turn. Turn, turn. Let's take 2 turns to the side. Cross, turn, cross, turn. Cross, turn. We're back to figure 8. Side, side. Feet together and up. Next one's going to be the lunge. Let's go. 4, 3, into the rope and jump, jump. Lunge in 4, in 3, in 2, and 1, and scissor, scissor. Scissor, scissor. A little bit more. All right. Scissor, scissor. Back to 2-foot jump. Jump, jump, jump. On the rope in 4, in 3, figure 8. Woo! And mixing up those turns. Beautiful.
Now remember, if you don't have enough room to actually use the rope, you can always use these handles and do the
Locking
same
up
thing.
in 4,
That's
in
right.
3, in 2, and 1, and side, side. Put that groove into it.
Now, I don't have to tell you
To
what
turn
area
to the
the
side.
lunges
Cross turn.
work. We all know they work
Cross turn.
glutes.
Back to figure 8. Feet together and up. Now putting those 3 together, front to back, straddle lunge. 4, 3, into the rope. That's it. 4, 3, take it front to back. Let's go. Front, back, front, back. Front, back. Straddle jump. Out, in. Nice. Out, in. Take it to a lunge, move. Scissor, scissor. You can always do it as a rope turn. Or you then hang on to the rope. Glute, glute, glute. Back to 2-foot jump. On the rope in 4, in 3, in 2, and 1, and mixing it up. Yeah. Beautiful. Next is going to be our fast 2-foot jump. Nice.
You say fast 2-foot jump?
That's right. 4, 3, lift, locking it up. Here we go. Side, side.
We're about to turn it up a notch.
This is such a good cardiovascular
2
workout.
turns to the side.
The Grandmaster's heating up.
That's right. Turn. Let's add a step touch to this. Here we go. Step touch. Put a little bit of a groove in this.
This is great for coordination right here.
Step touch. That's right. Step touch. And we're back to figure 8. Feet together and up. Into the rope in 4, in 3, in 2, and 1, and jump, jump. A little quicker. Here we go. A little quicker. That's it.
Come on, Lewis. Come on, Lewis. Where you at?
Here we go.
Where you at?
How about you count it with your girl? And freestyle. Anything you like. Any of the moves we just went through.
If you're doing this right, you can burn up to 1,000 calories an hour.
Woo! At least 1,000. I feel like I'm burning 2,000.
Good. And mixing up those turns. Beautiful. All right. Bringing that heart rate back down. Great job, everyone.
Man. It's
Mixing it
amazing.
up.
Just by doing that quick like that, your heart rate shoots right up. It's amazing.
Really break a sweat. Burning tons of calories.
Tons.
Nice.
I'll never go on the treadmill again. This is so much
What's
fun.
Stairmaster?
Turn. Beautiful. Good job, everyone. Let's go ahead and grab our rope.
All right.
Go ahead and lay out in front of us. Once again, we'll take a couple deep breaths.
How you feeling, Tone?
Go 4,
All right.
3, 2, and 1, and inhale out. Inhaling out. Hands on the hip, on the thigh here. Take it to the side and lean into it. Let's take it to the other side.
It's just as important to cool down.
Good. Bring it over to the side, lunging it out. Holding that stretch. That's it. Let's just go right through center. Bring it to the other side. Nice. Back to center. Take a couple deep breaths and we'll wrap it up. Inhaling up. A little slower here. One more time. And up. And feet together and wrapping it up. All right. Yeah. Thank you very much, everybody.
Great job at home.
Great job. We'll see you next time. Keep on jumping. Thank you. Kill it,
Thank you,
Doctor.
Lewis.
Guaranteed.
Be proud of yourself. The Grandmaster. Louis Garcia. Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby. Good job, team.
All right. Oh, by the way, it's okay to miss.